So I'm here to talk about creating a positive online reputation for your small business. Hopefully by the end of this, you'll know how to encourage positive reviews, improve customer service, and align your online reputation with the business reputation itself. Some review site facts to start with. 72% of consumers trust online reviews as much as a personal recommendation. This means that when you go to an online review site, you are trusting as much as your friend. People actually believe what they hear on review sites. So we don't want to discredit them or talk negatively about a review site because the review site is in fact considered trustworthy by most people. 52% of consumers are more likely to use a local business if they have positive reviews, which means that if you have a bad rating, you could be losing up to 50% of your traffic right away, right out the door. 90% of consumers say buying decisions are influenced by online reviews. 25% of all Yelp reviews are considered fake. And so what this means is that, and that's up from 6% about 4 years ago. What this actually means is that more people are trying to fake Yelp reviews because having a positive reputation on Yelp is so powerful. So it's not to say that when you go to Yelp, you're going to see 25% of the reviews are actually going to be fake. What's actually going on is that 25% of the reviews that come into Yelp are being filtered and declared as fake. And those are the ones that go under the bar as not recommended. And so that's increased over the last years due to increase in kind of like black hatting or people paying for reviews and stuff like that. But Yelp is getting better and better at catching the cheaters and the not credible sources and weeding them out. So 4 out of 5 Yelpers when they visit the site, they're prepared to make a purchase, which means that review sites are where you go when you're ready to buy. And so if they're turned away by your online reputation, you are, again, losing money right away. Let me talk about the process for a second on how someone would basically review your company. It can happen after any interaction with the business. So whether it's a phone call, a cold call, an email, going out to bid for a project, or just completion of a project, it can happen after any interaction. So it's important to leave the customer satisfied after every interaction so that they are especially less likely to post a negative review, but of course also more likely to post a positive review after that interaction. So it's important to keep in your mind how to leave this situation in a positive note. Unsatisfied customers are clearly more motivated to post a review, whereas satisfied customers need a little bit of a push. They need guidance. You need to show a satisfied customer where to go to post that review. So once someone's determined that they want to post a review for your business, they're going to log into the review site. They'll create and publish the review, at which point it will be analyzed by the review site as to determine its credibility. If it's determined that it's a credible review, it'll be published up on the site, and then the business will have a chance to make a public comment or respond to it, or you can even respond to the feedback in private by messaging the user. And through that way, you can use negative reviews to solve the customer's pain point, and then hopefully get them to take down a negative review or change it into a positive review. And in that way, you can show the rest of the community that you have quality customer service and you're trying to fix any mistakes that you see in your business. Some of the things you want to do in order to encourage positive reviews and get a positive reputation online. You want to ask the customer if they're satisfied with your service at the end of every interaction along the way. So that hopefully by the end of the purchase cycle, at the end of completion of a project, they have heard enough times that they are satisfied, they've said it out loud themselves, and then you can give them something like a Yelp card or direct them to the review site to convert them into a positive review. And in that way, you can also catch any negativity or pain points before they escalate in order to resolve them. You want to constantly remember that your business is being judged by the community, the local community, as well as the online community. And in that way, keep in the back of your mind how to impress the customer and satisfy them in order to ensure that they don't leave with thoughts of negativity about your business. Treat each customer as if they were going to be your next review, because most likely they are going to be your next review. And you can also give out review cards or customer feedback emails to the customers in order to encourage reviews. And it's not just positive or negative reviews. You want to give these out to everyone so you can get the right feedback and then fix any issues with the underlying business. And from there, you can move forward and grow. Also, something really interesting is that customers that start with an issue and then that issue is resolved are more likely to post a positive review than customers that just have a clean process throughout the whole, a safe, steady process throughout the whole sale. And in general, you want to promote positivity and always end things on a positive note. Some of the things you don't want to do, just keep this on hand. You don't want to offer to pay a customer for an online review. This is against the Yelp terms of service and most other review sites, but it's also a waste of money because if your customer is not motivated enough to post a review themselves, or if you're just paying someone that hasn't even gotten service from your company to post a positive review about you, that review can be flagged and deemed as not recommended and ultimately taken down, and then you're just paying for nothing. Also, it doesn't address the underlying issues of the business. If you're a one-star business and you're getting 5-star Yelp reviews, when the next customer comes in, they're going to notice your 1-star business and they're going to post a negative review about you. So by focusing on fixing the underlying issues, you get natural positive reviews for free, and then the next customer that comes in will post that positive review rather than expecting 5-star and getting 1-star is almost always going to lead to posting a negative review. So try not to discourage a dissatisfied customer from posting a review. So if you're completing a project and you know that the customer didn't get everything they wanted, or you think that they're going to be upset or something like that, don't try and hide a review from them, a review service from them. Give them a Yelp card or show them how they can review you, as well as talk to them and try and find their pain point so that you can at least resolve some sort of an issue in order to at least negate a negative review. And if they do post a negative review, you can still address that publicly in a positive light and try and put your own spin on it, as well as try and resolve the issue in a public forum, which does end up reflecting upon the business in a positive light. Don't blame the customer for posting a negative review. You can't help everyone all the time, and ultimately somebody will be not happy about your service. But it's the goal of the company to encourage positive reviews and get enough positive reviews so that the negative reviews are weeded out or don't matter as much. And so in that way, we don't want to blame them for our customer service shortcomings, even if there's nothing you could have done to help this customer. Just let that review go and move on to the next one. Don't publicly respond to a negative review in an aggressive or distasteful manner. And this is because responding to reviews are all about trying to fix the problem, find the pain point, fix the problem, and ultimately get the customer to take down the negative review or change it into a positive review. So if you respond aggressively by saying something like, this customer just couldn't be pleased, or there was nothing we could have done to help them, or we told you before about this, things like that shut down the communication lines, and now you have a negative review forever. If you say, we're really sorry about your issue, and we would love to work with you to resolve it, can we contact you, can we get in touch with you, that opens up the line of communication to get the review resolved, to get the issue resolved and the review taken down. And again, it shows the other customers or potential customers that you do care. And that increases their bar of the customer service. And in that way, sometimes some of the negative reviews can be seen more positively for the potential customers that might be looking through reviews. Of course, you always want your rating to be as high as possible, but it helps because people want to see specific reviews. And if you see a 1-star that turns into a 3-star or a 2-star that turns into a 5-star, that means a lot to potential customers that you're trying to improve your business and improve customer service. Don't attempt to discredit the review services. As we said earlier, while there are issues with all review services, there are fake reviews being put out there, people trust online review services and they trust them like their friends. So by discrediting them, think of a stranger trying to discredit your friend to you. Why would you trust a stranger over your friend? It just ends up discrediting you and your business. Instead, what you want to do is address the issue in a positive way by talking more about the positives of your business and how you can improve their experience, how you are going to provide them with great customer service, and through that, you'll be able to solve their qualms about possibly negative rating or a bad rating or negative reviews and stuff like that. So we don't want to try and discredit the service themselves, even though they're not perfect. We want to mitigate. We want to kind of leverage the power of positive thinking and a positive attitude. And we don't want to discredit the competition. And we know that some of the competitors are going to be buying Yelp reviews and possibly even paying for bad reviews on your company, for your business. And we don't want to talk about their underhanded tactics. We don't want to say that their Yelp review is just bought and paid for, or that they are actually a bad business. We just want to turn the focus back to the core business that you're offering and the products you're offering in order to enlighten them on why you're better and how you can be more trustworthy. And overall, you just don't want to amplify any negatives. You want to take all negatives and try and address them in a positive way. So to avoid negative reviews, you want to make sure to engage the dissatisfied customer before they have the opportunity to turn online to post that review. And that again goes back to at the end of every interaction, talking to them, are you satisfied? Is there anything else I can do to help you? Do you have any other issues that we can resolve? And even if they are dissatisfied in some way and you cannot help them, by asking the question and trying to identify more pain points, you're going to ease some level of their pain. You're going to reduce the likelihood of someone posting a negative review about you. So just being, again, really cognizant that they could post a review about you throughout any point in the process, anytime you talk to a customer or interact with them in any way, and trying to leave it on a positive note. You want to neutralize any pain points or negative situations by being empathetic, understanding, and apologetic. You want to understand why they have the problem and at least begin the resolution process. And in that way, most people will be patient enough to work with you, and most people understand that you don't get everything right every time. So you'll be able to take someone that was about to post a 1-star review and at least get them to wait a while until the process is resolved, or at least upgrade them from being a completely dissatisfied customer to a moderately satisfied customer. And basically, you remove a negative review before it even hits the table, before it even goes to online channels. And lastly, you want to offer to keep in touch with them at all points throughout the resolution process, and you want to keep in touch with them. Even if you don't have anything to report, you want to call them and say, we are still working on your issue. We know that you have a problem. We're looking to solve it as soon as possible, and especially in long projects, something has been ordered, it's on the way. I know that it's been a week or 2 weeks. We're sorry, but as soon as it gets here, we will work with you. Things like this to keep in touch with them really benefits their level of satisfaction, even if you have bad news to report, like something is delayed or something like that. It's better to tell them up front than to let them stew in their own negativity and then end up ultimately becoming a dissatisfied customer. So what we do in order to help this process for your business is we engage and monitor customers and potential customers on the online review sites. We try and respond to both positive and negative reviews to show that the company does care about people posting online reviews and to try and solve any problems with those online reviews. We want to direct customers to the review sites and to teach them how to post a review, not just how to post a positive review, but how to post a lengthy, articulate, descriptive review that will pass through a filter and end up ultimately becoming a staple point of your review, of your online review site page. And we can do that with customer feedback pages, we can do that with emails, and we can also do that by handing out Yelp cards to the customers at the completion of a project or at a sale point or something like that. And after we get all that done, we want to promote those reviews and all the positive feedback that we've been getting on the blog and across social media channels so we can showcase how well the company is really doing and show that we're providing excellent customer service, show that we have happy customers, and ultimately drive new customers into the business through creating that level of security that people are really seeking in a lot of small businesses, that they know that they can trust dealing with you and trust transacting with you. So the 3 main takeaways from this presentation are that you want to stay positive throughout all interactions with the customer and always try and end on a positive note. You want to treat each customer as if they were your next review, because they probably are. And you always want to encourage reviews and feedback, even if you know your customer is dissatisfied, so that you can address their pain points, improve your own processes, and ultimately become a better business and grow from there.